And in that case, I think we're
Thank you.
taking Anton in the middle.
All right.
Anton, you
Come
want
in
to
the
come
middle.
over, then it matches what we're having here on the back screen. Now, how does that feel, huh?
It's good to be in the middle.
Perfect. Always good to have great partners
Yeah, that's
support.
also true.
That's for sure. So empowering industries is
Yes.
the motto, and I'm going to introduce you by the name and titles. Salma, you're always good for a surprise at Hannover Messe or SPS when you bring happy customers on site. You're the head of marketing and sales excellence at Siemens. And Anton, you are in charge as you're the manager for digital
Yes.
transformation at
That's true.
Siemens. So I guess there is a lot to do, especially after the fair, because
Yes.
you will have a long list to get ready with
I
informing
hope so.
customers with more details. So how was the first day so far here? Busy?
That's good. That's good. I think Siemens is really high frequented here. The booth itself, it's impressive. It's impressive once again.
And lots of customers asking
yes.
things. And Salma, I mean, you know the Hannover Messe. How often have you been here?
Many times. I don't want to mention the number of years.
And I know Salma is always here with customers, happy customers, where she supported and we delivered great solutions. So I'm curious now what you both will be sharing with our audience today. You want to deep dive on how we empower industries?
Yeah, definitely. It's a very interesting topic, Christina, because we know that the whole industry is now seeking digital transformation to increase efficiency, competitiveness, and also to achieve their sustainability targets. Today in this session, we share with our audience here and those who are watching us live how we help our customers in digital transformation journey. We have a very structured approach that starts with the assessment of our customers' factories, and our service experts help the customers to identify the hidden potential in the plans to further digitalize. And this approach is so wide and deep in its nature that it is applicable to various vertical, be it automotive, be it food and beverage, to name some, and also to different customer types, to OEMs, to end customers. And the customers where we have implemented it, so far we are really getting very good and encouraging feedback about it.
So what we offer, what we provide is exactly what our customers and the industry is looking for. Now, what is the magic recipe here to find the hidden potential in regards of digitalization, Anton?
Yeah, I guess it's my question, and the answer is it's basically the approach. The approach is everything for this assessment. It's very standard, it's very lean, but still it's extremely customer centric. Throughout the approach, and right from the beginning, from the initial phase of the project, we were very focused on the value creation. And basically, we're driven by the question of how can we improve the performance and the quality on the shop floor of the customer by digital. If it's production engineering, or production planning, or maintenance. So the focus is clearly value, but also value on the shop floor. And there are two phases in this approach, to be absolutely precise. The first one is, of course, to understand the customer. So we are going very deep in the technical manner into the shop floor itself, into assets, machinery lines, to understand what is basically the current situation in the shop floor. But then, of course, we need to hear the voice of the customer. So there is extended number of interviews that we are having with the key stakeholders at the customer side, just to understand and basically to uncover the capabilities and use cases for growth. And those could be connectivity, those could be predictive maintenance, and of course, sustainable energy management. So that's the first part, the first phase of that. But the second phase, of course, it's what to do afterwards. And so based upon those use cases, we're creating measures which are very actionable, which are basically combined within a project plan. And we're highly recommending to the customer how to do, what to do, which solutions to move forward, to gain very quick gains, to get very quick return on investment out of those measures. So that's basically the whole way how we're doing this right now.
So this is like the starting point
Yes.
of a digitalization journey, as you just described.
Exactly.
Okay, perfect. And Salma, you mentioned some direct feedback of customer. Maybe get some more details here, please.
Yeah, sure. The one example that we are sharing today is from the customer called Constructa. They are an OEM in Eastern Europe, and they are a leading supplier of machineries in the tire vehicle industry. And they are serving tier 1 customers in the market like Michelin, Continental in the automotive ecosystem. And their machineries have been installed like globally at various locations in multiple tire production facilities. The original plan was to show our audience a video recorded from Mr. Keno, who is the extrusion business unit head in Constructa, but unfortunately, due to some medical issues at the last minute, he could not do the video. But he was kind enough to send his feedback in an email about what market challenges do they face and what are the benefits they could get out of these assessments that we did for them. So I am speaking on their behalf now. And it was really kind of him to still, having this situation, but still giving his feedback to us. Starting with the challenge part. So being the equipment producer, their end customers or their customers like Michelin and Continental expect that the produced machinery that has high accuracy and quality, has a smaller footprint, it consumes low energy, and it has really flexibility in the operation to be able to enable the end customers to increase the optimization in the production processes further. And this was exactly their challenge, that their machineries are already well equipped with Siemens high-tech automation products and so on. So where to further optimize? Yeah. And then they talked to us, and we did these assessments. And what they really liked as the feedback, what we heard from them, that we helped them to define the digitalization strategy for their plant and the company. And that is totally in line with the market requirements, accuracy, quality, green and sustainable production, and so on. What they also liked very much was the flexibility and modular approach. Means they don't have to do like one big digital transformation project, but there are defined small milestones that they can implement with the passage of time in their digital transformation journey.
I mean, it's always impressive to hear and to get this encouraging feedback from a customer, and it must be a great relationship and a big trust relation in that case as well, to really try things where you have no idea what will be the outcome. So I'm very proud which great job both of you and the team are doing in regards of digitalization experts on ground. Playing a great role in the transformation journey, that's for sure. So what are the overall benefits we want to talk about, and what our customers can get in regards of benefits?
Yeah, I mean, I would say there are two different perspectives how you can see the benefits at the customer side. I would say that there are tangible and also intangible benefits for the customer. Tangible, of course, it's all about the costs, it's all about the money, as you know. And so in the first place, of course, we can reduce costs by, for example, decreasing the downtimes or decreasing operational expenses for the maintenance, as just one of the examples. But then, of course, on another hand, there are also intangible results, and I think there are at least they have exactly the same weight, so in this transformation. And it's basically sustainability. We can improve energy consumption. It's also transparency of the field itself. It's extremely important to know the health status, so to say, of your production and to be able to plan accordingly. So that's something intangible, but nevertheless extremely important to the customers also. But I would say that overall, at least from our perspective, the most important benefit that we're providing to the customers is that we're basically staying on their side from the very beginning until the very end, from the assessment throughout the pilot phase of any solution, and then down to the scale-up phase and ramp up completely around the world of different factories. So I guess that's our approach, and those are the results. And I hope very much that it's proved already to be true, and it will be moving forward in the same direction.
I mean, I'm going to raise a question now, which is not easy to answer, but I just want to try it. How long does this process take from like a first approach? Customer comes and says, hey, can you look into this in detail and give me some suggestions? Where can I make improvements or a big output, small activities firsthand?
Well, I would say, the assessment itself, as I said, it's lean and standard. For the assessment itself, we only need 1 to 3 days, plus a little bit of time for, say, alignment on the dates and people and stakeholders itself. And we, of course, need a little bit of time to kind of like condense all the results and give some recommendations to the customer on hand. So in total, I mean, just to analyze without going further or having the first pilot, it's almost probably 2 weeks to 3 weeks time, and then you have something on your hand where you can act upon.
And do you offer then kind of like a checklist where you say, okay, now this is what our recommendation would be, where to get into action? And
Sure. So that's basically a part of that assessment, of course. You're absolutely right. So, and we're trying to focus on the quick wins in the first place. So we are trying to provide the customer with some recommendations and solutions, of course, where you can get very quick some payouts, some quick wins out of already in the pilot phase. And so this is kind of like the sequence we are driving throughout this assessment and further on down the road.